So we're going back to 1969 with Ambrose Slade, not Slade, with a Moody Blues cover, Fly Me High. Oh, I want to hear that again. That's just beautiful. We'll talk about the song, the band, and all those things, but just let's enjoy that together again. Why it's important to me, why I want to listen to that again.
I'm up to my eyes and I love everyone. I reach for the sky, I can reach for the sun. Walking on air and I'm here and I'm there. Travel the sky but for a while I don't care. Fly me straight and fly me high.
This was released this is on their beginners album as Ambrose Slade. And it's from Days of Future Past, I think. Days of Future Past, Moody Blues, which is credited as, or is acknowledged as, or is discussed as the first progressive rock album, concept album, whether it is or not. 69, yeah, it kind of predates, maybe it predates Genesis in that suspect of 69, 70, but it doesn't matter. This is about Ambrose Slade. 1966, West Midlands boys, although Noddy was from Walsall, the rest are all Black Country boys, but it's really Dave Hill when I think of these, and Mr. Lee and Noddy Holder, etc. And when they did this, when they did the album Beginnings, I think the cover had a picture of them with shorter cropped hair, and Chas Chandler was the manager then, and we all know about Chas Chandler, Tour de Force he was. And it's often said the boys weren't happy. I don't know, I suspect not, or they weren't convinced. But later years there was some controversy around the skinhead image. Well, to me that doesn't make sense, because in 69 there were no skinheads. Not culturally in that sense, or later 71 maybe after the reggae split. But just listen to the music, and Dave Hill for me and the band itself in this iteration, when I hear this, just pure music. It's just pure music. And let's hear Noddy's voice. Oh, let's get into it. Still more to come about this band. Such a rich discography and rich history, you know?
Fly me straight and fly me high. I'm moving around and I'm up and I'm down. Driving along, my wheels on the ground. Hang on to me tight, cause it doesn't last long. A few hours more and it'll be gone. Fly me straight and fly me high. Fly me straight and fly me high.
First of all, let's shout out the channel. Alex Kump. Go check him out, guys. Give him a subscribe. Done all the work on this. Great video. Good sound. So, a band that sold 50 million albums. Yeah, 50 million records worldwide. In their pump in the 70s, they were outselling everybody. I mean, everybody. 6 number ones, 24 hits, 30 albums, all sorts going on with this band. Not 30 albums, 30 hits, 6 straight number ones. Dominated the charts in the 70s when they transitioned into that glam rock style. Funny little anecdote, the way they used to spell their single tracks, which became known for. And before they transitioned, this is what they were, obviously. And then that, when they go to transition and Dave Hill becomes extravagant and the band are quite, it's image focused. The music's still there, but this is pure. You know, does Dave Hill get the credit for the guitarist he was? Does the band credit for the musicians they actually were? I suspect by music fans and Slade fans, yes, but generally, would they be regarded as musically brilliant? I think you can hear it here. Maybe brilliant is slight hyperbolic, but certainly exceptional. I love the sound. Love it. And there's still more to come about this band.
I'm driving along on the streets of the blue. Up here alone, plenty of room. You won't see me, I'll see you out too fast. There you go, it's gone now, it's past. Fly me straight and fly me high. Fly me straight.
think that's Dave Hill.
Driving alone on the streets of the blue, up here alone, plenty of room. You won't see me, I'll see you, I'm too fast. There you go, it's gone, now it's bad.
Okay, something that might appear to be a bit controversial, but Noddy Holder in that period, in that decade, 66, maybe up to 82, a better voice, as good a voice as anybody in rock and roll. As a frontman, as good a voice? Maybe. I think so. What do you guys think? And Dave Hill, underrated guitarist? Really underrated? Maybe. Because when I hear them talk about great guitarists of the 60s and 70s, of which obviously there are a plethora of geniuses come out of that arena, and I'm not saying he sits in the top 5, top 10 or whatever, it's not a competition amongst, it's a competition amongst us, but I don't think it's a competition amongst them, the guitarists. And I think there'll be bands out there that cite Slade and Oasis with when they did Come On Feel the Noise. There is no Oasis without Slade or the Beatles. People say that. I think there is no Oasis without the boys themselves and the band. But it's just... And then in 82 onwards, they kind of did more rock. Yeah, so they transitioned twice from rock to glam rock back into more sort of harder rock in that sense. Radio friendly, but definitely harder. But in the 70s, they were... Well, we'll get back to it. Let's see the rest of this song.
Fly me straight and fly me high. Fly me straight and fly me high.
Listen to that guitar work. How good is that? When they were dominating in the 70s, and they did dominate, make no mistake, they were offered a multi-million-pound US tour deal, come and, extensively work the US, all be laid on a platter, various gigs, platforms, TV appearances, all have been laid out, because when you cracked it in America, I guess that's what you wanted, was to both sides of the Atlantic, any of the Western world. But I think I read, when I was mooching about, that they just didn't want to mess people about. Working class black country boys who had gigs set up, which they could have bought their way out of or just rescheduled because they were off to the US. They just said no. And whether they went later on, I'll need to ride. But in their pomp, they were offered a tour right in their peak, which they didn't break a UK tour for. Now, whether or not that hurt them in the long run with America, I don't know. They never really cracked America that I can see commercially. But just to say, no thanks, we're busy. It's kind of cool, right? And that's the end of that. So, a great song. And they'd also cover Steppenwolf on this. And I think another cover on there as well on this album. I'm going to come back to this and Slade from the 70s and the 80s. There's already a couple of tracks on the album, on the playlist that I've got for Slade already. I'm a glam rock fan, guys. You can see it on the channel. Go check out the playlist for T-Rex, etc. Mark Bolan. Great song. Loved it. Moody Blues. Need to get to them, don't I? Should I go there right now? Until next time, guys. Join, subscribe, please. It helps me out. Lets me know I'm going in the right direction. Till next time, please take care.